Hey everyone, welcome back to an episode of Create with Linda. Guess what, guys? I'm back. Yes, I'm back from my vacation and I'm exhausted from having fun. But, guys, I don't even know what to say. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was an amazing trip. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Today is, what's today? Saturday? Today's Saturday? No, Sunday?
Saturday.
Today, I don't remember even what day it is. Today is Saturday. I got home last night around 7 o'clock at night. And I ate a little bit of dinner and I went to bed. I was in bed probably between 10 and 11. And I didn't wake up the whole entire night. The trip was wonderful, but it was exhausting because there was so much hustle and bustle, and if your body's not ready for that, you know, get ready because it's rough. It's rough. But I am so grateful. I am not complaining. I was so grateful for that trip, and it was amazing, amazing, amazing. And I will tell you about it. I have videos that I have to put together yet, and clips, and I have to. A lot of the videos I won't be able to put up, or maybe I can get my daughter Julie to help me in the next couple of days edit some of it out so I can put some of the videos in without the music. Because yeah, because I think I'm gonna do that because there's a lot I want to put in, but what stinks too is that the music is good. Like the music's like the best part of a lot of it, but I don't know if like the music in on the cruise that like I listened to bands that they weren't singing like songs. I don't know, like the songs that maybe can't be copyright. I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to check it out. But anyway, I'm gonna put a video together, and you guys saw some pictures I had sent to you on the from the cruise. I couldn't upload on the cruise. There was no way. I tried the first night to upload something, and it wouldn't even. We didn't even have internet. Never mind uploading anything. So but I was able to send posts of it on YouTube. Obviously, you guys saw those. So you did see a few things. But anyway, I'm going to work on, that's going to take me a couple of days. So this tonight, it's Saturday. It's a What's for Dinner. We're back with a What's for Dinner. I hope you guys are doing well. I missed all of you. I'm telling you guys, I was present on the vacation from the minute we got on the plane to go to my sister's condo, from the minute we got off the plane. There was so many things that went on. Good things, a little bit touchy things, and I'll tell you all about it as I'm, probably tonight as I'm cooking, and and just, you'll be hearing it for the next week or two probably. But anyway, I came home with an awesome cold, and so did most of my group, most of my sisters and my cousins. We all got, like, the day or two before the cruise was over, we all got colds, we had headaches, we don't have COVID or anything like that, but we all have like congestive kind of colds. So that, on top of being exhausted, is making me feel worse. But I'm okay. I'm going to be fine. If I'm not feeling better in the next couple of days, I'm going to go to the doctor because I have a sore throat and I'm very congested, and I just want to make sure that I don't have any infection or anything like that. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Anyway, let's get started, guys. I'm making something simple, even though it's simple, but it's not. I'm making fried chicken cutlets with just instant mashed potatoes, gravy, and maybe some sort of vegetable. I don't know, broccoli or maybe corn or something like that. Something simple. But I need a home-cooked meal. The food was delicious on the cruise, but other than dinner, like it's not fast food, but it's not the greatest food in the world. You're eating whatever you want, whatever. So anyway, I need one of my home-cooked meals. So that's what I'm doing. So let's get started, guys. I'm going to cut up the chicken, and then I'm going to start breading it up and just get it in the frying pan. Not going to be that bad. I'm not making an enormous amount because I don't need to. So let's get the chicken cutting board out. So comment down below how you guys have been and what you guys have been doing. Oh, I'm telling you, it's been a whirlwind. It's really been a whirlwind between the holidays and then right from the holidays going into preparing for the trip, and just, you know, a lot. It's been a lot. But like I said, I'm very grateful and thankful for the fruits that God has given me, and I was very present in the moment when I was away, because I didn't want to waste any of it. I didn't want to waste any of the time that I had, which is very, like, when you go on a vacation, you guys know, like, when you I'm sure you know the majority of you have been on a vacation. It's very stressful in the way where navigating stuff. I mean, you only have 4 days. On the day you get there, you lose half a day. Okay, so we got there on when did we get there? Monday. We got on the cruise on Monday, and then so we had half a day Monday, because by the time you get on, it's 1:30, 2 o'clock, and then, you know, whatever. So
Mom,
it's what?
love you.
I love you. So you know, you lose half a day. So then we had Tuesday, Wednesday, 2 full days of Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday morning, off the ship, 8:30 in the morning. So you're up at 6 o'clock in the morning for a number of reasons, and you're off the trip. You know, so here you really only have like like a Thursday, Friday, like I said, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and half a Monday. So you're talking like 3.5 days. You know what I mean? So it's not a lot of time. So you have to navigate yourself. You have to navigate certain things so you know where you're going, what you're doing, and all of that. So that took a day, and then we had some other little snafus that we had to work out and all that. But other than that, it was amazing. And once you figure out where you're going and where you're at and everything, it's just an amazing trip. The ship that we went on, which was Royal Caribbean, Allure of the Seas was the name of it. It's absolutely an amazing ship. I telling you, the last cruise I went on, which was so many years ago when my kids were younger, I had to take Dramamine. I was very, very nauseous and kind of woozy on the trip, and to me there was a lot of motion. This boat was amazing. I think I felt a little rumble 2 times. One of the times we were out on the deck, and we were actually doing like a Bible study out on the deck, and it was like in the evening, and it was windy, and you just like, and the ship was actually, we were docked at the Bahamas, and the ship actually was starting up, and then that's when we felt some movement. But other than that, when you're inside, because you're inside most of the time, you know what I mean? The weather was a little chilly. I'll tell you about all that. So we were inside most of the time. But you feel like you're in a hotel. You feel like you're in a hotel. It was the most amazingest thing, and it was so affordable, and it was so much fun. I'm telling you, my husband and I are planning a trip with my husband to go in next year. We're going to plan it. We're going to do it. It's so reasonable, guys. It's so affordable. I'm not even kidding. We had a ball, and I can't wait to go with my husband. So, anyway, yes. It was just amazing. I can't say it enough. I can't say it enough, really. The only thing that wasn't amazing was the plane. I despise flying. If I could get there any other way, like, I'm gonna look into 2 cruises out of New York where I live, because if I don't have to fly, like, you know, I just don't like to fly. I just don't. It's, you know, I was okay. I did okay, and it was okay, but it's something that I don't like to put myself through. But if I have to, I will. I think, you know, it's almost like having a baby, you know, if you're a woman, you know, when you have a baby, this is a weird analogy, but if you're a woman and you have a baby, and after the baby's born, you're like, oh my God, you're so like, it's like, you know, you feel so much better, and then you forget what it felt like but you remember and you remember all the good times, the memories of when you had the baby afterwards and everything. But then, you don't remember all the bad like that was in there. That's what, like, it almost is like with a plane. Like, I know that I was okay, so it was feasible, but yet it's something that I don't want to do again because I know it was painful. It was scary or whatever. But I made a decision that I'm not going to live my life like that anymore. For so many years, I lived my life not doing things because of fear, and I'm not going to let fear do that anymore because I know God's got me. It wasn't on the way there. The flight was almost perfect. On the way back, it was more than less than perfect, and it was very scary. It was very for a few moments there, and it just. But it still was worth it all to me. Like, I'm not saying I would never do it again. I said that a few times on the plane, I'll never do this again. But I said that every time I take a plane ride, so it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? I would do it again. I went to Aruba, that was years ago, and it was 5.5 hours. So I know I can do it. You know what I mean? I can do it, so I know it. But it's just something that I don't want to go through again, but I will do it. You know what I mean? If you guys get what I'm saying. If you guys understand me. Anyway, the plane ride was on the way back. What happened was, on the plane, on the way there, we were able to, we didn't have, they didn't have movies, okay? They didn't have, you couldn't watch movies. The movies really distract me because, especially if you're going to Florida from New York, it's only like 2.5 hours, 2.5, not even 3 hours. So by the time, you get on the plane and by the time, and then you watch a movie, it's just about over. It really is. Like I was yesterday on the way home, I was, we had a little turbulence in the beginning. And so that shook me up a little bit. It wasn't like a clear, like on the way there was hardly any turbulence. I think maybe once we had a little bit of turbulence. It was a very, very clean, clear, quick. It was perfect, really, I have to say. On the way home, it wasn't. There was turbulence from the get-go, and it was continued turbulence. And then, so it stopped and it was good. I was distracted because I had put on a movie that I haven't seen, and so I was excited. I had my cousin with me, and she had some issues on the plane because she took a little bit. She took some Dramamine or whatever, and it knocked her out, and she was falling asleep, and it was this whole big thing. But anyway, I had to tend to her, so I was kind of distracted as well. And then so I put the movie in. I was watching the movie. I don't know if you ever seen the movie. It ends with us, with Blake. What's her name? Something Blakely, I think. I forget her name. Anyway, I started watching that. So, and then like by the time I knew it, the captain came on and he goes, all right, we're just about at Newark. We're going to be descending in a minute. We're gonna be starting to descend, our descent in a minute. And so I was like, I was so excited because I was like, oh my God, thank God we're gonna be on land soon. I can't wait. So I shut the movie off. I had about probably another half hour, 40 minutes of the movie left. But I assumed we were gonna be down in a minute, like 5-10 minutes. So I didn't. So I shut the movie off. Okay. So I'm waiting, I'm getting ready, they say, you got to put your little tray down, you got to make sure your bag's under the seat, this and that and this. So I'm doing all that, and I'm getting myself all excited, ready to land and all that. And I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and we're still not, like, low enough. And I'm like, what's going on? He got really low, and then all of a sudden I heard this really weird, like, we all heard this weird, like, woo! And like we almost dipped up again. So I was like, okay, whatever, I was still waiting. And I kept like I had the window seat, but I wasn't looking out the window seat. I wasn't looking out the window. I had my window closed, but the person behind me had their window open a little bit, so I was able to see. So I kept looking and noticing that we weren't going down. We were going up again. So I was like, oh my God, please, what is going on? I hope he can get the landing gear down. What's, my mind just went anywhere. It just went crazy. So finally, about 20, 25 minutes, he comes on and he says, and I'm talking out loud to myself, oh my God, what's going on? Why, well, I hope the landing gear didn't get stuck and all this stuff. He comes on, he's like, okay, everybody, I'm sure you realize that we didn't descend too low, because what happened was when we were descending, the air traffic control came on and said that there was a lot of turbulence coming up into the land as we were landing from a big, huge plane that came in before us. He said, and I didn't feel comfortable going into that situation. He said it was just too dangerous. I didn't want to do that. He said, so I didn't think it was safe. So that's why I came back up, and we're circling around for a few minutes, because until that turbulence goes away, I don't want to fly into that. I didn't feel it was safe, so that's why we're delayed. So I was like, oh. I felt so much better, but yet I was still a wreck, because I'm like, this is ridiculous. I don't like flying around in circles in the air. I want to be freaking down on the ground already hot. But so that was one thing, that's all the stuff. That's all the stuff that I worry about when I fly. I worry about the noises. What's this? What's that? I'm always worrying about what could happen and what if happens. 98% of the time, nothing happens, and that's the whole thing. And that's what you got to realize. Like on the way there, it was perfect. On the way back, it wasn't. So, you know what I mean? So, but you have to expect that, and that's what you know. It's, but if you're not a good flyer, you ain't gonna like it. You ain't gonna like it. And I don't like my, my friends, my cousins, whatever. They're like, why don't you take a half of, this and that? Like my daughter, when she goes on the plane, she takes a half of, lorazepam, which is, it just makes you a little bit calmer, and it just calms you down, and it makes you a little bit sleepy, not incoherent. It just makes you a little bit tired, so you can sleep and, not be so crazy and nervous. But I don't like to feel anything. I don't like to feel sleepy like that, all that stuff. I don't like it. So I'd rather, and I like to know what's going on. I don't want to be oblivious to not know what the hell's going on. So I don't take any of that stuff. So I suffer through it, and like I said, it was fine. It was fine, and I got through it, But that was rough. That was rough. But, what are you going to do? It was worth it, because I had an amazing experience. But, if you're not used to, like, the hustle and bustle of that kind of life, like running through the airport, running here, everything is like hurry up to wait. You got to hurry up to do this. You got to hurry up to do that. You got to get to that. You're on time constraints. It's just a lot, So you really physically and mentally have to be ready for that type of stuff, because it's even harder when you go with a group of people, because the group, everybody, you have a lot of people to deal with, and a lot of people to, navigate with and figure out what you want to do and who wants to do what and where you're going to go and what time you're going to do this and what time you're going to do that and what do you want to eat. And it's stressful. Like, you do need a little bit of a vacation from your vacation. But, I'm not, like, I want to make it clear that I'm never ever complaining about my vacation, because God gave me that vacation and my family and myself, and just, the graces, the fruits of the glory of God, made this happen for me and have that experience. And I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. I can be grateful and also be, and also have things that, I want to complain about. That's just the way life is. You're grateful for everything you have, but you also can voice some things that weren't so great, and that's okay. That's life, you know what I mean? But I just don't want to come across as being ungrateful. I'm never ungrateful. I'm so thankful for what I had and what I've experienced in my life and this trip. So that's all I'm going to say. But anyway, guys, It was wonderful. It was just wonderful. I can't even tell you. And the best thing about it for me was I was so present in the moment. You know, a lot of times you're not present because you're I mean, I would say 90% of the time I was present. You know, there were things that happened that weren't, made you not present or made you upset or made you stressed or nervous or whatever. But I enjoyed every minute of it, and I really had I had a blast. I let loose. I had a blast. That's all I'm gonna say. And when I say I had a blast, I had I had 3 sangrias in one day. That's what I mean by a blast. You know, that's my having a blast, not getting drunk and falling on the ground. And it's not even about alcohol. I just had fun. I let myself go. I had fun. I danced. I took it all in. I just enjoyed it, guys. I really, really did. So, yeah. So I'm so glad I could share it with you guys. Like I said, there's a lot of videos I have to put up, a lot of pictures. Like I said, I showed you guys a few already, but there's a lot. So I just have to siphon through everything, and I'm going to show you guys. And yeah, so that was it. Like I said, as I go through cooking dinner and you know, the days are going, I'll remember this, I'll remember that to tell you. And so I'll be telling you a lot of stuff that I probably forget and that I didn't tell you, and I'll remember. Because, you know, I am a little bit, I'm 59, so I don't remember everything at the same time. All right, let me find the eggs. Where are the eggs? I haven't been here, so I don't know where the eggs are. Are the eggs still in the fridge up here? Nobody's even answering me. I hope we still have eggs. I'll be right back, guys. Let me find the eggs. All right, guys, I found the eggs. So I'm going to do an egg wash. Sometimes I do just water, but I feel like doing eggs tonight. I feel like having them with eggs. So I'm going to do the eggs here. I'm not sure if I'm going to bread all this chicken, honestly. I might just do half of it. Whatever I feel is enough. I want to, woo! That one came right flying out. I want to have a little bit extra because it's good. You know, it's good to have extra. It's good to, you know, for other meals. Like maybe, I'm trying to think, maybe if I have tomatoes in there, maybe if I make all of these, I can make like a chicken parm tomorrow with this, with the chicken. So I might make it all. I'll see. But, because, yeah, I could do that too. I don't know. I'll see. Anyway, so let's getting these eggs moving. Glad to be home. Oh, you know, there's nothing like a vacation, but there's nothing like home. Like I wrote on my board up there, there's no place like home. Thank you, God, you know, for getting me on the ground, landing, and the scariest part, let me ask you guys a question. Comment down below. What is in your opinion, what is the scariest part of flying? For me, it's going up. Going up, I would say, is the scariest part, but landing to me also comes very close to that. I think landing might be, it might tip the charts. In other words, I think landing is a little bit scarier than going up for me. I just feel like when we land, we're not going to stop. You know what I mean? And then I think, yeah, landing is definitely the scariest part for me. But I don't like going up either. That's like, I was just like, I put my whole sweater over my head, closed my eyes, and I was like, I didn't even want to know where I was, and you know, until we were up, you know, the whole situation. But anyway, and then on the other hand, I think planes are amazing. Like they're amazing. Like we got off the plane when we were in Florida because when we went to Florida, we went to the very small airport that my sister lives by, about 20 minutes, in Vero Beach, Florida. And we got off the airport, off the airplane, and my big thing is always that I I don't want to be in a small plane. Like, small planes scare me because you always hear, oh, this one crashed, that one crashed. I don't like small planes. And I'm talking really, really small planes, okay? But this plane, so I didn't think this plane that we were driving in, this plane it was Breeze Airlines. I don't know if you've heard of Breeze. I knew it was the airplanes were a little bit smaller. It wasn't like big as Delta and United and all that. I'm putting salt and pepper in here, guys. But I knew that I didn't think it was a really, really small plane, which it wasn't. But when we got off the plane in the airport was so small that there was like no other planes there. It was like we got off the plane and like we walked like down this little corridor. It was like not even a corridor, and my sister was right there. It was like, it's a very, very small airport, and so, but anyway, what I was trying to say was we turned around and we looked at the plane, and the plane was so much smaller than like the one we flew home on with United. That was like double the size. But this plane was small, but it wasn't small, but it was small enough, but it was beautiful. It was like tropical. It was blue and white, and even like the inside, it was beautiful. It was just a beautiful plane. But anyway, what I'm saying, I was like, oh my God, we were just on that plane? Like, I didn't notice it when we got on the plane because we went through the thing in the inside and I didn't really see the size of the plane. But anyway, it was smaller. It was a smaller plane. So I put water in here, salt and pepper. I'm going to put some garlic powder, steak seasoning, and onion powder in here. So that was a little bit shocking, but it was beautiful. It was really nice. Both of the planes were very nice planes. So I'm going to put a little bit of the buttery steakhouse Kinder. You guys know I use this. Not going to do a lot, just a little bit. And then garlic and onion powder. So yeah. But, so anyway, this is garlic. Comment down below what is your least favorite thing on an airplane. Okay, I want to know. And I'm going to put some grated cheese. This one's open, so I'm going to use this one. All right, so I'm going to put the oil in the pan now. Let me get the oil going. Let me get the pan going. And then we'll get breading. And what was I going to say? The mashed potatoes, I got to check and see. I know I have them because I bought them before I left. So this way, if they wanted to make some extra, if they wanted to make mashed potatoes while I was gone, instant mashed potatoes, it was easy for them to do. So I know I have some in there. So, but then I don't have to forget. And then I have to start, I'll make the gravy, which takes 10 minutes, not even. So it's a very simple meal. I got to figure out what kind of vegetable we want. If we want a vegetable. I kind of want a vegetable, so we'll do that. All right, so where am I going to put this so you guys can see? Let's put this over here. But yeah, I'm all congested. My throat hurts, and it's not surprising being on planes, being on a ship with all those people, being in close quarters, Gonna happen. Alright, so I'll put more breadcrumbs in here. I hate to put a whole heck of a lot because then I hate to have it left over. Because even though I sometimes I say I'll save it, a lot of times I don't get to it and then then you have to throw it out, and I just don't like to waste that. Alright, let me go get in the back and get the olive oil, guys.
How long's the dinner? Good.
Probably like 45 minutes probably. Alright, so I'm going to put I'm going to put a little bit of vegetable oil, but mostly olive oil, guys. I don't fry really in vegetable oil. Once in a blue moon, I'll make chicken. I also do part vegetable oil and part olive oil. I don't fry a lot, but when I fry, that's how I do it. Alright? That's how I do it. So everybody fared well while I was away. I made a big pot, you guys. I don't know if I showed you guys. I think I might have showed you the vodka sauce. I'm not sure. I forget. I made a big pot of vodka sauce before I went away. for everybody. And I made too much because they said I had a lot left over. And yeah, so I forgot to tell my daughter to freeze it. So we have a lot left over. But no, I know for next time not to make that much. You know, story of my life. But anyway, they had a lot of stuff, and they really didn't cook that much. They had a lot. I bought some stuff for my husband that was ready made or whatever, or made some stuff for him, so he had stuff, and then they just fended for themselves, and they had takeout a couple of nights, and yeah, so they did really good. Everybody fared well. Mom was gone, and they couldn't wait for Mom to come back because they missed me. The puppies did good. Everybody was good. Everybody was good. So yeah. So we went to, like I said, we went to my sister Lisa's condo, you know, before the cruise, because the cruise wasn't until Monday, and I left Saturday. So we left Saturday, we went to my sister's condo, and so we had 2 days there. We had a ball. Oh my God. We had an amazing time, even at her place. It was so much fun, so much fun. We laughed and laughed. I can tell you, I haven't laughed so much in 20 years. Well, maybe I did. I have when I met up with my best friend, bestie Joan, after 30 years we didn't see each other, and when we met up again, I laughed that hard. So I haven't laughed probably like that in about 10 years, because that's about 10 years I think we've been in contact again. So yeah, but it was amazing. We had a great time, a great time. Like I said, it wasn't perfect. It was hectic. It was stressful. It was like a beautiful disaster. That's exactly how I'm going to describe it. A beautiful disaster. All right, this isn't ready yet. Let's wait another minute. Let me get a tray here for this. Now I'm gonna see as I go along and how I feel, and I'll see how much I'm gonna make. If I don't feel like feel up to it, I'm gonna not make it all. I might just make enough for dinner tonight and a few extra, and then I can always make more tomorrow if I want, or use it for something else. That's how I'm doing it tonight, guys. That's how I'm doing it. Alright, so just want to be careful not to get that on fire. I'll be right back. Alright, guys, so I'm starting to spread these. Oil got a little bit too hot, so I had to lower it a little bit. Because, of course, I walked away from it. But what are you going to do?
Did you ever boil over the gravy?
What?
I think you can boil the gravy over.
Oh, no, that didn't happen yet. Because I'm good for boiling over the gravy. Walking away from the gravy and always over boiling it. Yeah, we went to the Bahamas. We went to a place in the Bahamas called Cocoa Bay. That was where we went off to the boat, and we went to the excursion, which was it was like not even 10 minutes away from where we got off the boat. And that was a beach, and and it was raining that day a little bit on and off. It was cloudy. We actually went into the water in the beach. We all ducked in, dipped in. It was cold, but it wasn't freezing. But I didn't stay in very long. And then there was a pool there with a bar. We didn't do that because then it started raining. So we were under the big cabana thing, having drinks and just dancing because they had the music on, and dancing with the natives there and just dancing with us. We had a ball, and there are videos of it, and I will put the clips, like I said, I'm going to have Julie edit. God damn it, I can't believe I just did that. I'm going to have Julie edit those where I can put those in. A lot of that in. I want you guys to see that. God. It's just what I wanted to do. I don't want to get these too crispy, but some. Just putting some more cheese in here. Let me lower it a little bit more. So yeah, so we did that, and then the next, and we had, you had to pay a certain amount of money. It was like $50 a person, which was really reasonable because you got to eat all this food. What? Bahamas. And at the Bahamas, so it was $50 a person, and you got all this food, and the food was amazing. It was coconut shrimp and mozzarella sticks, and it was funnel cakes, and it was chicken sandwiches and fish sandwiches and ceviche and just what else was there? Oh God, galamad. Was it galamad? I think there was galamad. It was amazing. So we did that. That's the only excursion we did. The next day we did port at Cocoa Bay was a city, not a city, like a place, an island, that's what I mean to say, an island in Bahamas. Then we went to Bahamas. Then we went to an island in the Bahamas, I guess that's what they were saying. And we could have gotten off in the Bahamas and gone, but we didn't want to do that because it wasn't a planned thing. You'd have to get your own taxis, do all that stuff, and we didn't want to do that. And besides the fact, we were all exhausted from the day before. So we were like, we're staying on the ship. We are staying on the ship and enjoying the fruits on the ship. So that's what we chose to do. But we could have got off again and went to the Bahamas. So, there were two things that you could have did, that you could have, utilized, but we just didn't, we decided not to do that. So, but, on the ship, there's everything. There's, oh God, guys, if I could tell you, all night pizza. I think I inserted that. I might have inserted that in the videos, in the tape, in the post that I did. I might not have, but I'll show you. We had an all-night pizza place that was totally included in the package. We had the dining room, which was totally included in the package, which was dinner, breakfast, dinner. They served dinner, breakfast, and lunch. You could go there for all free. You could go, and then they had a buffet. Huge one buffet that you could go to, which was included as well. So we did the buffet just once or twice for breakfast, once for lunch, and then we did the dining room every single night. Except one night we were gambling, and we were doing so well because we did group gambled, played the slot machines. And one night we were doing so good, so we didn't want to leave, so we missed dinner. And we had pizza that night, which was perfect. Yeah, but other than that, and then they have other restaurants where you have to pay. You could pay, or then there was another restaurant that was included also. You could get croissants and sandwiches and big salad bowls and just all kinds of stuff. And it was amazing. Iced coffees, and we got the coffee package. We got the coffee package so we could have as many coffees. We had a certain amount of coffees, Just burnt myself. I didn't even use up all my coffee thing. I think I went home with 10 coffees that I didn't use up, but that's okay. But you could get the soda package. We didn't do the soda package, but you could buy a soda if you wanted a soda and all that, But they have juice stations, and they have water, and we got the water station. We got the water in our rooms as well, where we had 10 or 12 waters that were in our room, that were in our cabin. Big bottles of Evian water, so it was worth it to do that. That kind of stuff is really worth it to do than to buy individual, We didn't get the drinking package though. We just bought, if we wanted alcohol, we bought our own drinks. And my sister, because she's a VIP, and because she takes so many cruises, She's a Prime member. We were able to get some free drinks in the casino. If you go to a casino and you're a big, you spend a lot of money there, a lot of time, they give you free drinks. Or even if you go there, like Atlantic City, you can go there and you can just gamble and you can have free drinks, but not on the cruise. On the cruise, you have to be a Prime member. And my sister, Lisa, is a Prime member, so we were able to get some free drinks and stuff. But sometimes we couldn't or whatever, when we were at the pool and stuff. So, like I had sangria, I had to pay, which was fine. That's what I knew I had to pay for it. It was fine. If you want a drink, you can buy a drink, So it was just so much fun. And of course, then there's there's shuffleboard and there's pickleball and there's a little miniature golf thing and there's things for the kids. And there wasn't a lot of kids on this. I mean, there was a lot of kids. What am I talking about? There was. This boat was packed. Damn it. Like, it was packed. But there was a lot of people. But, it was amazing. It was just amazing. It really was. So I'm doing a lot of chatting. Gotta pay attention to this chicken. I'm gonna put this on for a minute because I want to look and see what I'm doing here. It's a little dark, this one. Alright, so I'm gonna pause a minute and get the other stuff going, because this is not gonna take much longer. So I'll be right back. Alright. I'm gonna put some garlic in for the broccoli. And veggies. There's no butter in the butter dish, people. I moved the chicken over here, guys, because I needed to put some stuff over here. So I need, the plate. I don't know what I'm gonna make more. I think this is what I'm gonna make. Now. I think that's enough for everybody. I really do. Well, let me see what it is. Maybe one more. Because I have enough egg mixture. I might have to add a little bit more breadcrumbs just so it's not so. Alright, the garlic is I'm going to put these mixed vegetables into the broccoli, and I have like a quarter of the bag of mixed veggies. Let's move these around so it gets a little bit. I gotta go get butter. I want to put some butter in here, but this has gotta melt a little bit. I haven't cooked, guys, for like 8-9 days, and I really missed it. Really missed it. What? Hubby said he didn't do. do these little ones. And then that's it. The rest we'll leave for something else. Oh, I forgot this one too. I tell you, the people in the Bahamas and the people on the boat, what nice people. They're hard workers. Let me tell you something. Those people on the boat work their butt off. They work 7 months out of the year. They have a contract for 7 months. And they're off for 3 months. Or whatever it is. They work for 7 months, then they're off for a month or two, and then they come back for another 7 months. That's how their contracts work there. And so they're away from their family literally for 7 months. Nicest people. We were talking to our waiter, because they had the same waiter every night, you know, at the table that we had, and he was amazing. Oh my God, he was amazing. All you could eat at this dining room. If there was 6 appetizers, you could get 2 appetizers each if you want. You could get 2 meals if you want. I would say he's like, his name was Wayne, right? Our waiter. And I would say to him, I don't know what I want, Wayne, tonight. I don't know if I want the chicken or the beef or the fish. And he's like, you know what? I'll bring you both. Which ones do you want? He said, he goes, I'll bring you the sole and I'll bring you the steak. He was a doll. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. You just got to experience all types of food that you know, maybe you haven't eaten before, you know. Most of the stuff, you know, you had before you would know you've had. But a lot of things I didn't have before. So it was just an amazing experience, you know. It was really, really good. The buffet food was average, less than average. It really wasn't that great. It was okay. It wasn't the best. But it was edible. It just wasn't the best. But the food in the like little park cafe, oh my God, was to die for. Oh, they had bagel and lox. And this was included, bagel and cream cheese and lox. These big salads you could make. They had these little like specialty sandwiches like mozzarella and tomato, and like they had mushroom with mozzarella. Oh, amazing. Croissants, you know, pastries up the wazoo. I was so good because I really had to watch myself. I couldn't eat a lot of stuff that I know gives me the D word. So I had to be cautious. So I didn't indulge really in like all the stuff at the buffet, like all the sweets and stuff, because I would have been in the bathroom the whole time, the whole vacation. So what I did was I let myself at night at the dining room, I would have like a half of the dessert. They had creme brulee, they had apple cobbler, they had cheesecake, they had espresso chocolate cake, everything. I would get 2 desserts, and then I would have like a half of each one. So I had 1 piece. And that was okay. That didn't do anything to my stomach. I was good. You could have all ice cream all day for free, cones of ice cream. I only had 1 because I wanted to be careful, watch myself. Because, you know, especially if we're out and about, even if we're on the boat, it wasn't so bad because I had access to the bathrooms and I could go. You know what I mean? I could run if I had to. But like when we were out at the beach and stuff, that one day I had to be really careful. I couldn't. God damn it! I'm cacking and owning and I'm burning. I couldn't do that, you know. So I had to watch myself as far as that went. But I ate well. I ate really well. I just had to be cautious, and I ate what I wanted basically. And like I said, I ate what I ate what I wanted. I just didn't eat an enormous amount of it. You know, and I was very cautious because I knew. I had my iced coffees, I had sangria, I had a couple of Bahama Mamas at the beach. What a ball, what a ball. What a ball. Yeah, that piece is kind of crispy over there, so it is what it is. Let me get the butter. I'll be right back, guys. And I gotta season these up. Season this up a little bit. I want to put some butter in here. Yeah, these are done. They're a little bit, like I said, this one's a little bit crispy. But it'll be okay. Leave that in there. Oh shoot, I didn't do the gravy. See, I'm getting crazy now. I gotta do the gravy. That won't take long. And the mashed potatoes. That's gonna take a minute. All right. Salt. Pepper. Garlic. You know, you can choose, and you could choose to spend your money, like, if you want to spend a lot of money, you could spend a lot of money. If you don't want to spend a lot of money, you don't have to spend a lot of money. It's very, very, everything is so reasonable, and everything, there's so much included, like, you know what I mean? And then there's stuff that wasn't included, that you have to splurge, you know, you can splurge on if you want. That's all up to you, you know what I mean? Nobody's forcing you to do anything, but it's just a lot, it's a lot of fun. And then, you know, there are other excursions you could do, of course. That, you know, I'm sure that we could have done, you know, swimming with the shark, not the sharks, swimming with the sharks. Swimming with the dolphins, all that kind of stuff. We didn't do any of that stuff. We didn't want to. We did other things that we wanted to do. You know what I mean? All right, let's get the gravy in the pot. Where's my little pot now for my gravy? Oh my God, everything's missing. Where's that little blue pot that we use? I use all the time. Nobody knows nothing.
Nobody knows nothing.
What is on this bowl? Give me a second, guys. I'll be right there. This is done. Put this over here because we don't want the gravy overflowing, which Linda tends to do.
In 2009, MTV...
Let's put the gravy thing on here. I think I'm just going to make 1 pack of gravy. We don't need more than 1 pack. Because nobody really, I mean, not... I'm talking out loud to myself. Where is my silver? Everything's missing. My silver whisk is missing. That's not here.
Everything you had is still here.
My small pot is missing. What everybody do with my stuff? What everybody do, guys?
I sold it all while
Did
you're
you
gone.
sell it while I was gone so we get rid of my... Because you're always saying I have too much
I
stuff.
sold it all while you're away.
Billy stole my stuff. He sold my stuff,
I
guys.
sold everything.
He sold everything. Oh, guys! Last night we had an Italian night at the dining room, and it was so much fun. I'm gonna definitely. I hope. I don't even know if I could show. I really can only show you probably a little tiny clip of that because it has Italian music in it, and it's all music. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But it was so much fun. We had the white towels, you know, and they were singing. We had a ball. One thing about the cruises, they're there to please you. Like they do everything for you. Like you're like the most important thing. If you wanted them to stick the waiter would come over. If I put my napkin on the table, when he came over, I'm putting onion powder in this gravy. When he came over, he would put it back on my lap. He'd come over and he'd take the blanket. He would take the napkin and I would know because he would go to put it on my lap, and so I moved back a little bit so he could lay it there, you know. The minute you put it up on the table, he was there putting it back on your lap. It was so funny. You know, coming over, would you like another appetizer? Would you like to try another one? Would you like to try this? I'm telling you, you know, it was just amazing. It just, the service, you know, like, you know how lately, in the last 3 or 4 years, we've been saying the service is so crappy with COVID and all this stuff. The service there, 99.9 was amazing. 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 That's all I have to say. I keep saying it. I'm sorry, but... All right, so let me get some stuff in order, put some stuff away, and get the mashed potatoes going, and then I'll be back with you guys. All right, guys, so here is my plate. Chicken, mashed potatoes, and broccoli with mixed vegetables, and a little bit of spicy, saucy Susie, sweet and sour sauce. Guys, nothing like a homemade meal. I'm so excited to be home. Thank you so much for watching. I missed all of you. I'm getting back to it. And there's going to be some new things. Like I said, I'll let you know as I go along. I love you guys. Don't forget to hit the notification button with the bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Like and share and comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because when you subscribe, it really does help my channel grow. And I so appreciate all of you. Love you guys. And thank you so much for coming into my kitchen and creating with me. I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Love ya.